Morning in London's elegant St James's district. It may not be obvious on these exclusive streets, but with the pound still weak, tourists with more cash in their pockets are back looking for bargains. And it's not just in the shops that overseas visitors have been hunting out the good deals. Here, in the heart of the capital, the 105-room Stafford Hotel recently changed hands for $128 million. The buyer was Egyptian family business the Ramwa Group, and its CEO, Ahmed El-Shakawi, believes it has the mix of quality and tradition he has been seeking for 6 years.
You couldn't have picked a hotel that would depict the English tradition more so than Stafford. Its location, its heritage, its history.
It used to have a tunnel that linked it to St James's Palace and still boasts a wine cellar dating back 360 years. And the new owners, who have interests in construction and hospitality in Egypt, are determined to lose none of the traditional feel during their planned refurbishment.
We have to maintain a balance between British tradition and heritage on one hand and bringing the service, upgrading it to the international standards as far as service, exposure and other issues relating to the hotel in general.
This cobbled mews is a reminder of days gone by. The guests live in luxury where the horses once were stabled. But it's not just old world charm attracting buyers back to London.
The moment you start thinking with your heart, that's when problem starts. You have to look at dollars and cents.
Indeed, dollars and cents are at the heart of this, or rather the weakness of pounds and pence, which is causing foreign buyers to flock to agents in central London and pick up half-price bargains.
With the change in exchange rates, the property pricing, the property fall in London has been circa 40–45%, and with an appreciation of the dollar against sterling of about 25%, the change in value is sort of between 50 and 60% overall.
And that means plenty of interest. Knight Frank recently published a survey showing that demand for all property in the capital has risen by 35% in a year. But the frenzy is especially affecting the City of London.
The market is booming. It's an extraordinary time. The city market is such a volatile market that getting in or getting out at the right time is everything. We've seen a whole series of events occurring at the same time. We're almost heading for a perfect storm where interest rates, currency, the clarity that is the UK market is attracting the truly worldwide interest.
Buyers are bringing old oil money and new Asian wealth to the city.
We are seeing a huge sea change. 2 years ago, 50% of investment in the City of London, or central London as a whole, was UK and 50% was overseas broadly. Today, 85% of the investment going on in London is driven by the overseas market. And of that 85%, probably half is coming from the Middle and the Far East.
This prime piece of real estate next to the Bank of England has just sold for £40 million or $70 million today. The old headquarters of the Midland Bank is a listed building by famous English architect Sir Edwin Lutyens. Its former Russian owner has gone bust after paying the equivalent of more than $150 million 2.5 years ago. With permission for conversion to a hotel and a strong room which doubled as Fort Knox in a James Bond film, the new foreign buyers think they've found a safe place for their funds at a bargain. But behind the drive is not just discounted prices, it's also the long-term value and guaranteed income offered by the prestigious tenants of London's trophy office blocks.
There is a long-term nature to the income, and as the properties remain above long-term yield averages, they still look relative value in comparison to other major cities around the world.
Annual yields of 6% or higher are a lot better than the 0.5% offered by the banks. That's what new player the Libyan Investment Authority achieved when they recently bought 14 Cornhill, the old Lloyds Bank, right opposite the Bank of England, for around $200 million. Even beleaguered Canary Wharf has been given a boost, with current investor Qatar upping its stake and a new fund from China chipping in smartly to help.
The Chinese sovereign wealth fund, which is the biggest in the world with, I don't know how many trillions of dollars it's got in it, bought into Canary Wharf. Now, I heard this morning that they took 3 days to make that decision, and they spent £350 million. And they were straight in there, and the reason quoted was because they believe London to be one of the 3 financial capitals of the world, and where better place to put your money.
And still at Canary Wharf, the HSBC Tower has just been sold to the National Pension Service of Korea for $1.29 billion. One drawback to all this activity is that demand is now far outstripping supply. But for the agents and for buyers like Ahmed El-Shakawi, it's the stability of London which will keep the money rolling in.
People come and drop $700 billion here, or pounds, or yen, or whatever the heck the currency is, not for the looks of the people here, but it's because of the political stability, the rule of law, the fact that the safety nets here.
And that's a welcome vote of confidence in these troubled economic times for a city determined to hold on to its position as a global financial centre in a country still in the world's top 5 recipients of FDI.